Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So there's a very rich golden energy in the room today, and that feels like a heavy gate finally swinging open. And right now, the word coming through is unblocked. I'm also hearing that the dam has broken and your prosperity is no longer a request. It's a requirement. Let's find out how this frequency shift is opening new doors for you. Starting off, you're in some sort of energy of strength and self-expression, okay? It feels as though you've been really, almost like I heard, finding your self-worth, finding your self-confidence again, okay? You're building up I heard your legacy. You're building up some sort of generational wealth of some kind. It feels almost though it's like, maybe I heard like some sort of curse on the family, something to do where it's like you feel like there's some sort of perpetual cycle that was like on your family or on your life, perhaps. Something along the lines of also just wanting to utilize your strength to build up your prosperity, to unblock your prosperity, to swing these gates wide open, to finally reach the level of stability that you like almost like wish to acquire, wish to almost like finalize in some way. I'm also hearing something along the lines of being secure or securing that prosperity, okay? In the starting position, you have Six of Cups. So you're very much about standing in some sort of nostalgia, kindness, and innocence, okay? Within your relationships, your heart chakra is there, okay? I'm also hearing that with this Queen of Cups, you've been very compassionate in doing so as well. When you are being asked for advice or support, it's like you're very giving, even though you don't have it or don't have enough to give. It's like you are sharing with others because you believe that what you give to others, you'll receive tenfold, okay? That's the kind of energy I'm getting. It's almost as though this compassion, this empathy that you have allows you to intuitively know that what you put out there, you'll receive tenfold. And so that's why you have strength in the matter. Even though things may not necessarily be constantly working out in your favor in the way that you envision or that you had hoped, okay? But nonetheless, something in you does spark with that Ace of Cups. It's where it's like you are constantly opening up to new relationships, having new feelings towards things, having some sort of emotional rebirth or birth towards loving relationships, okay? It feels as though you do find some sort of abundance in a connection, some sort of loving connection. This could be a new partnership. Maybe you're already in some sort of partnership, or people just have love towards you and what you are giving and doing because your openness to care for others, okay? I'm also getting a sense that your cups are overflowing, okay? Because you are constantly giving. It's like you are not thinking about what you're losing. You're only thinking about the fact that do others have what they need, okay? Ace of Wands. Like you have some sort of ignited spirit in you, okay? Something to do that's like you don't know that you have this spirit in you, that you're constantly staying inspired, you're constantly having this spark. Maybe there's some sort of aura that you give off, some sort of presence that people see in you, because this is like a blind spot, okay? People see you as ambitious. You have this like invigorating energy about you in the spirit, in the way that you do things, the way that you make action and pursue things. And it's really showing off in some sense of like, or coming across as like a very influential, okay? People are watching you make investments, okay? Build things up, sowing those seeds of prosperity and just watching these things grow. I'm getting a sense that these connections mean a lot to you, okay? Something to do with you are alchemizing these energies, integrating these energies in terms of, it's like, wow, it's almost as though like you care so much about the connections that you have, that it feels like these are investments towards your future and your future prosperity. It's like if you build up other people as you go up, it's like they're going to do the same in return, is what I'm hearing. It's like when someone's down, you build them back up. And if they see you down, they build you back up. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Okay? Something to do with some sort of shift in the frequency. Okay? Maybe there was like a shift that like was a lack, like some sort of lacking frequency for a bit. But like there's some sort of magnetizing energy that's shifting in some sort of way. Okay? Maybe it's like you have all this heart to give, but not so much in the sense of resources, but you're still giving and innate, like being nurturing. I'm getting like Empress vibes from that for some reason, you know? Where it's like you're still being expressive, you're still being emotional and using your heart through your relationships, okay? Yeah. But you're also trying to hold tight what you have right now. Something to do with what it's like, you know, it's like even if you don't have enough to give, at least you have heart to give. You have good vibes to give. You have almost like enough to have stability, to have control, to kind of like hold tight, okay, to that like stability, to like as much as you can feel stable, you know, even if it's may not be like all that there is what I'm getting. It's like you're content, but it's like you don't want to just give away everything, but you do want to give your heart. You do want to open up to feelings and like let people know like you have their back. It's like you're trying to balance things out. Okay, you still have heart even though you don't have much is what I'm getting there, or what I'm sensing. Okay, and maybe you are content with your resources, but you perhaps want more. Okay, you perhaps want more stability or more prosperity. Okay, you're moving very quickly towards this big opening of some kind. Okay, there's like a lot of momentum. There's some sense of a messaging coming through in that as well. It's like maybe you're learning how to receive abundance. Maybe you're learning how to unlock abundance. Okay, it's like you're almost like preparing for some sort of massive shift. Okay, in that regard. Okay, some sort of partnership is coming through in your environment. Okay. Wow, so it feels as though I was definitely getting this vibe where the connections you're building right now, it's really going to propel you forward. Okay, there's going to be a huge big partnership coming through. I'm not sure if it's just business related. This could be someone that you are in a partnership with, like a relationship with, that you are building a business with. Maybe someone comes in and just instantly falls in love with your character and who you are as a person, that like they are just like, wow, you're the best person for this opportunity. We want you to take on this new role. We want you to be a part of this team. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's like people want to almost like uproot you from your situation and plop you into this new atmosphere. And this atmosphere is like I'm hearing like the big leagues is what I'm hearing is from that. I heard big dogs for some reason. It's like it's going to make you feel very invigorated, like you're moving really fast towards something, but there's a message in it in terms of just like keep doing what you're doing. When you step into this new environment, hit the ground running is what I heard. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of speed and momentum in that. Keep your passion, keep your spirit alive. Okay, open up to new emotions and new connections. Yep, because you're going to need to keep building. Okay. Keep elevating in your craft, in these relationships, manifesting more, I suppose, more abundance, more prosperity, more connections, more control, all of the things that you want to make investments into and really dedicate your time to. Maybe it's a skill or a hobby or some sort of focus with that Eight of Pentacles. The universe wants you to continue doing that, okay? There's going to be some blind spots in that, okay? So you might lose track of certain things you want to be dedicated in. So the universe does want you to keep that in mind to maintain your mastery of your craft, mastery of your connections. Because as you level up, okay, you know, I don't know why I heard like new levels, new devils type of thing, okay? You're going to need to kind of like alchemize your energy, get really creative with it, focus your power, focus your manifestations into the things that you want, because your connections are really going to be serving you as you go forward. Don't forget what or what got you there to begin with is what I heard, okay? But that's the kind of like the advice. It's just kind of like really be creative with your new powers, okay? Really have focus. Yeah. Ooh, you're gonna have a lot of options coming through, okay? So, wow. So you're manifesting a lot of more opportunities because you're staying in that flow state with your connections, which is really nice to see, okay? Something to do with it's like you know that messaging of just like this is no longer a request, it's a requirement. It's like you're expecting opportunities to come your way because you are manifesting those opportunities. You are cultivating those opportunities. You've created them. Okay? So it's like now that all these opportunities are coming in for you with the 7 of cups, there will be a little bit of snakes in the grass and the gold coins, the piles of them. But you got this, okay? There's going to be a lot of choices. You're going to have a lot of temptation towards certain things. But when you make this choice, you step into the 10 of cups. I was getting 10 of pentacles in the back there. So perhaps you do elevate to that in the undercurrent, okay? Having some sense of stability, generational wealth. You're feeling good about yourself, but you're also going to be able to celebrate, okay? You're going to have fulfillment. You're going to be harmonizing. You're going to be in this blissful state of mind and being, okay? And it's like you've created this because of all of these connections that you pulled into your life that you didn't give up on, okay? I feel as though community is a huge aspect of your abundance, of your prosperity. And so the friendships that you have, the relationships that you have are really going to be able to support you as you go forward, okay? There's going to be a huge gathering for you. For some of you, this might even be some sort of wedding. I'm getting that vibe for some reason. Some sort of party, some sort of celebration, some sort of level up in your career, okay? I'm hearing that you're going to reach some sort of new level of status, okay? And nothing's really going to be able to hold you back, okay? Clarity, inspiration, and shine. You'll find the guidance you need to solve your mystery soon. So any sort of like weird sort of uncertainty that you might have felt in the background as you reach your final outcome or are there, there's going to be some sort of illumination period for you, okay? Like what you lacked is no longer in lack any longer, okay? A lot of illumination, okay? Restraint, willpower, and wealth. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that, what's it, the Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacle vibes, like where it's like, true riches lie not in accounts, but will that reigns in greed. So it's like, it feels almost as though it's like, hold tight to your stability, okay? It's almost like you'll have to be mindful of your investments when you reach your final outcome, when you do have this money flow, this abundant frequency coming in for you that's being unblocked, okay? It's as though the idea of true riches lie not in accounts gives you this vibe of that although you may not feel completely wealthy right away or completely abundant immediately in the final outcome, you'll still be able to celebrate your relationships that will help you acquire the riches that you are opening up to and manifesting, okay? It's like you're almost like allowing yourself to get to from A to B, from just like feeling to actually believing to actually seeing kind of vibe. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but something to do with investments is really important too. Okay? So think about that as well. And something along the lines of creativity, shine, and temptation. When drawn to something bright, check if it truly benefits you. Yeah, definitely getting that vibe of just like, when you are working towards your investments, towards your prosperity, don't get caught up in the elements of greed. Or I heard consumerism. Consumerism, is that correct? Like where you kind of just consume a lot of things, okay? Don't forget to have reciprocity, fairness, giving and taking, between your relationships. Because when you shift from connections to having financial abundance, don't forget how you got there is the messaging that I'm getting there, okay? They say money changes people, so I think that might be of significance here, okay? Something to do with requiring balance and kind of just like cleansing your energy and focusing, okay? It feels as though maintaining your balance between effort and reward and satisfaction doubles, okay? So definitely got the vibe of that. Just kind of like balance out your connections and your abundance at the same time. And start with rhythm. Focus focus, and that'll just carry through as you continue to like cleanse your energy, center yourself, okay? When you find yourself slipping into some sort of different kind of energy, okay? It's almost as though the universe wants you to ground yourself so you remain in your humble frequency, in your balanced frequency, maintaining your accountability, but also your determination to maintain relationships and your stability going forward. Okay, so yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.